Okay guys, this is Pat from FFTEC. Just wanted to do a quick product review, which will hopefully be the first of a series of product reviews that we're going to do at the shop with our video tech articles. I thought that it would be a good idea for a lot of the people that don't have access to a lot of the turbos or the parts that we get through the shop consistently, so that way you can take a good quick look at some of the key features that the products are coming with. So that way you can answer maybe some of your questions. And if you guys ever have any future questions about the stuff, just feel free to PM me on the Evo Empire or any of the local forums, or you can always give us a call at the shop. And so I'm just going to give a quick rundown of ATP's new line of Garrett dual ball bearing based turbos. They're labeled as the GTX series of turbos with the R at the end, and they're going to be coming with multiple different size turbos. I believe they're coming in the 3071, the 3076, and the 3582R, which is what I have right here in front of us, which is going to be going on one of the projects that we have going on at the shop. This is basically a Garrett dual ball bearing center section, which has been proven really ultra reliable for the most part. And now it's going to be coming with the new fully forged and fully machined billet wheel that you can see right here. And this is going to be basically a turbo for some of the higher horsepower cars out there, similar to my car that put down right about 600 wheel horsepower on our Mustang dyno. This is going to be able to flow, I haven't got the exact numbers from ATP yet, but on their 3076 they're stating that it'll flow roughly over 75 pounds of air per minute. I'm sorry, 65 pounds of air per minute on their 3076. So I'm guessing this is going to be up near around like the turbo that I have, which is a Precision 6262, which flows right about upwards of 70 pounds per minute. And so just so that way I don't get anything misguided here, I'm going to just kind of use a cheat sheet so that way I can reel off a bunch of the specs on the turbo, and then after that I'll just kind of turn it around and show you the little cool little quirks that it has. And so basically this is going to be rated up to 770 wheel horsepower, or I'm sorry, probably crank horsepower. The compressor wheel is exactly 61.4 millimeters. The exducer size is 82 millimeters. It has a 56 trim with an AR ratio of 0.70. The compressor housing is the S-style with the ported shroud, which is pretty cool for surge, as you can see right here. It has a 4-inch inlet, as you can see right here, and then it has a 2.5-inch outlet right there. Let me just turn this around here, and on the turbine side, the specs on the wheel here is 68 millimeters with an 84 trim. The turbine housing that we have specifically here, this is all geared for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolutions, the 8 and the 9s. And as you can see, the cool thing about this, I'm just going to turn this over, is that this is going to be coming with the turbine housing so that everything just bolts up directly straight to the factory manifold, exhaust manifold here. It's got the twin scroll design right here for good boost response, but it's also got ATP's own custom built turbine housing here, which is supposed to have a fairly large AR ratio, so they tell me, so that way it can support higher levels of horsepower. However, I called them yesterday and they didn't have the exact specs for me for this particular model. So hopefully when I get that, I can either update the thread or I can answer any questions if you guys PM me or give me a call at the shop. The other thing too is that on the outlet side here, as you can see, it's running an internally gated dual flapper setup right here, 1, 2. And they say that the actuator is a high pressure actuator. I'm not exactly sure the specs on this also. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. But they say that this is supposed to be good for high boost pressures and consistent boost pressures. The cool thing about this again is that everything is supposed to bolt right into the factory location for one, the exhaust manifold side, but also to fit whatever O2 housing you prefer to have, whether it's a Megan, Nvidia, Titech, or even if you plan on running one of the externally dumped type of O2 housing if you're into that kind of thing. The other thing too, there's a couple of cool little things that one of our fab guys, Jesse, pointed out to me, which I didn't really even notice at first. But when you're working around these turbos, you're taking them in and out of the car, you're taking them apart, having to reclock them and things like that, which you shouldn't really have to do with this. But the cool thing about it is that, one, on the side here for the oil drain, if you can see this, hopefully you can see this pretty good. I'll kind of angle it around so you can see it here. But one thing that really helps and isn't kind of nice is that they have little studs here for the actual drain line instead of having to use two little bolts, so that way you're holding it up with a gasket, trying to line up the holes and then get the bolts in there, that it's really tight space inside here, as you can see. And just along that same lines here, I'm going to turn this over. This is a traditional dual ball bearing setup center cartridge, so it's going to be one oil fed and oil drained here, and also it's going to have provisions for the water cooling. And the neat little thing here that Jesse was pointing out to me, which I didn't really even notice but is really super cool, is that, as you can see, or hopefully you can see it, it's really tight right inside here. And so on this banjo bolt that's sitting right inside there, you can see that what they did was to put a little Allen headed section on it, so that way instead of reaching down in there or taking the compressor housing off and the turbine housing off and getting your wrench inside there, or having such a small area of articulation for your wrench, or to get a little crow's foot down there or whatever some people try and do, the cool thing is that you can just use a regular Allen head right inside there and reach down with an extension, tighten that up, and you don't have to mess with anything else really to get that onto the car. And so this is going to come, the cool thing about this, and I'll actually have pictures of it on the thread, I won't show it in the videos, is that you're actually going to have a whole kit that it comes with from ATP. And the cool thing is that it comes with a little discharge pipe, comes with all of the fittings, the lines, the oil drain line, oil feed line, the coolant lines, and everything like that, so that way it just basically bolts right up. And they say that it'll fit again in the stock location for the exhaust manifold, for the O2 housing, and whatever downpipe you guys may be running already. So hopefully this is kind of like a good alternative to some of the other stock frame turbos that are out there that have already been proven to make a lot of power, but also be able to get the dual ball bearing center section, which Garrett is pretty notorious for having good quality with and making good power. And so you kind of get hopefully the best of both worlds. Good new CNC billet compressor wheel technology, so you can see there once again, and factory fit and location. And so hopefully we're going to get this bolted up sometime this weekend, and hopefully get some dyno numbers out for everybody to chew on. And we're hoping to see roughly in the 550 to 600 horsepower range on a fully built motor. And yeah, stay tuned. We're going to do some more of these product reviews. Hope you guys are liking it. Again, if you have any comments or questions or anything for that matter about these tech videos, please let me know. I'm going to be doing most of these, and the next one in the line will probably be one of the new Borg Warner EFR turbos. Thanks a lot for taking a look.